still waiting around for some bells to go shift in the wind. So honey, please don't go just yet. Cigarette fingers are shaking, the knees are baby blue, kinda tired but not broken. 'Cause back when I needed someone, you tucked me in like I was some orphan kid, and you drove me to the ocean, and you picked me up and dipped me in. You picked me up and dipped me in. Anticipating a magical bend in the road, so hang on, take it slow. Your gold bag is packed and your hangover gone. Another dawn at the edge of the known world. I didn't see a mountain till the age of 24. Cold sunlit and hue, and we're still just babies on the borderline of watching it all tumble into view. Watching it all tumble into view. I still believe that you're my ocean. Please believe that I believe that it is true. Believe me when I tell you that I do.
Hey, buddy, that was such a wonderful performance, right, Mom?
Oh, amazing, amazing. Very good. Yes.
I could not be more thrilled. That was Ocean.
Yeah.
Off of your LP from last year, Gold Past Life. We got to listen to that the last couple of days.
Yes, beautiful. What I love about your music is the substance. You know, it's got depth to it.
I want it to, yeah.
Yes, and you deliver it. You're like a contemporary balladeer.
Thanks. Those are all my favorite people, are the balladeers. So yeah.
That's going to make the front cover of the next LP, contemporary, the best contemporary balladeer.
Yeah. They call that a pull quote.
Good pull quote, Mama.
Thank you.
Now, this is Mom's first interview back. We are so glad that we were talking before months. We've been trying to pull this together, and we're so excited as we're all still doing all this stuff from home during the pandemic to get that wonderful performance. I could not be more thrilled. That's one of my favorite songs on Gold Past Life, and it was just played so beautifully. Is that home where you played that from?
Yeah, that's this exact room that I'm in. It's just like my guest bedroom at home, and I did that as a sound check, and then I was like, oh, I think my sound check was really good on that. And usually I do 10 of those because I'm really picky. So that was, I think it was the no pressure lightning in a bottle. And I was like, oh, I think I did that really good. So what you got was my sound check.
Oh man, I felt it was such a pure performance. It just sounded so good. It sounds like the record, which is a compliment to both you and the record, in that it was that's a simple recording on the record, other than some piano overdubbed or put in there, right, with you. But
not much. It's mostly just me.
It was so lovely to give that to our fans. So I'm so appreciative. I want to just talk quickly about Gold Pass Life. Everyone needs to listen to this record. There's no better time than wanting to get to our Gold Pass Life. So in title, it's perfect, but even the joy that comes off of this record and the sounds of we talked about it, like George Harrison, ELO on the on Gold Pass Life, the title track itself. Can you tell me just quickly about some of the influences on the record?
Well, actually, the Gold Pass Life title track. Well, yes, I love ELO, and Tom Monahan, who's my producer partner guy, who I work on a lot of things with, he loves ELO too, and we always reference Jeff Lynne and ELO when we're making records. So you heard that right. Gold Pass Life, the song, actually, I used a keyboard patch. It's actually like a computer keyboard patch. It's not a real Wurlitzer that I'm playing. That was named after Supertramp. It was actually like the Supertramp patch. So there's some Supertramp in there for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love George Harrison. I learned how to play guitar by looking at like Beatles, songbooks and stuff, and especially the George songs I really connected with.
Oh, is that true? You gravitated most to George?
Yeah, for some reason. I think he's got like a melancholy. His songs are very poppy and catchy, but they're kind of melancholy and sad too. And I think I'm probably have a lot of Paul in me too, but and I love John. I mean, I don't love them all, but George is my guy.
Yes.
Like George is the guy that makes my heart flutter a little bit the most of all those.
So you made George's heart sing as well, my friend.
Yeah.
So
That's a solid George.
Thank you. Well, man, it's anything at all.
Yeah, we can all do Paul.
I just did this. I feel bad. I just did this with Stephen Droz of the Flaming Lips a couple weeks ago. So the audience is like, more showing off. Enough already. Yeah, there's one Brit in the house. That's Mama, right, Mama?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, talking about regional folk, you're from Chicago.
I am originally, yeah.
Originally from Chicago, and the Cubbies are in this bizarre playoffs right now. They're currently down. Are you stressing about the Cubbies? I know you're a big Cubs fan.
No, because you're all like, I stressed about the Cubs for my whole life until and even then that was stressful too. And then they've been kind of in the mix ever since then, and they, haven't made it again. So no, this feels completely normal.
This is normal Cubs.
Weird. It's normal, but it's the Marlins that they're playing, which, if anyone recalls, the last time those two met in the playoffs was the.
Oh no! Don't say it.
Bartman. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy reached over, and it was was it a foul ball? Foul ball?
It was a foul ball, and it was fan interference that it could be argued lost in the game. Yeah.
Right. The mythology of it is what it said. It made a lot of Chicagoans very paranoid and angry for many years.
Yeah, exactly. And versus the same opponent that they're Miami, who they're playing.
So you're sort of having a little PTSD about this. We'll move on.
Yes,
we don't want you to have PTSD during the interview.
How are you coping with all this craziness? I know music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have been making a lot of music and really hunkering down and staying quarantined and making music is a good way to not stare off into the void, which is very easy to do right now.
Yes. Yeah. You're not getting stir crazy then.
No, I'm stir crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
I just started to get stir crazy, and we really have not left for like 6 months here. Like we haven't really doing anything.
Are you in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
It's tougher there. My friends that are still down in what they called Los Angeles until I left. They say it's a lot harder to be down there. Yeah, and it's been hot too. So I really want to leave and go somewhere. But I mean, people are going places, but we've just been extra hunkered. But amidst the hunker, like you said, Mom, are you using the music, sort of, your escape? You've been incredibly prolific this summer. Let's talk about Eric's prolificness. Now, this Friday just came out a re-release of a record, The Glory of Fruit Bats.
Yes.
So we got that on the horizon. A new single, Stunned, one, also from that collection.
Yep.
This is interesting. This summer, you put out a full cover album of Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream.
Yes, I did.
Now, what gravitated you towards not just doing a cover song, but the entire record from 1993?
Well, it's actually for a series. I mean, I probably would not have done this unless I was tasked to do it, but, or maybe I would, because I had a lot of fun doing it, but I was asked to do a full cover album for this series that does all full cover albums. And I could pick whatever I wanted.
It was your call.
And it was my call, and I was agonizing over which one to do, but that was weirdly the first one that kind of popped into my head for some strange reason, and then I kind of tried to back out at the last minute from that one, but then the people who put it out were like, no, you got to do that one. Yeah, so it was that's a record that is like, I just don't think anybody would expect me to do that one.
No, that's what I was surprised. You know the Smashing Pumpkins. Mom knows. Mom remembers. Yes. Excellent.
Yes.
Today is the greatest. I'll leave the singing to you. Favorite song on that record?
Probably Hummer and Mayonnaise, which then also are the favorites. Yes. They turned out to be my favorites that I made on the imagination that I did of it. So yeah.
Right.
Are you a mayonnaise fan? You like the song? Do you like the condiment?
Yeah, I do. I use it frequently.
Yeah, I'm mayo is sort of divisive these days, but I'm gonna stand by. You know, it's a very white person condiment, but it's what I grew up with, man. You know, give me double dose.
With the white people aspect, and I have veganese as mine, so that's.
Ooh, wow! Double down, Silver Lake, double down. Are you in Silver Lake?
Echo Park.
Okay. It seems to fit the veganese.
I'm not vegan, but I like veganese.
You're not vegan, but I like veganese too. You know what I don't like is what's the thing that's kind of like mayonnaise but sweet and gross?
Yeah,
Miracle Whip is the worst.
I grew up with Miracle Whip being the only mayonnaise, and I've tried it recently after years, and you're right, it's not good, but it was a childhood flavor.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts on mayonnaise versus Miracle Whip, Mom?
I know Miracle Whip is not very good, and
that's speaking as a Brit, and you know your take on cuisine is just boil it up.
I'm an expert here, right? But I understand, because I ate a lot of things as a child, especially in the sweet area, and now I go, oh, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of cloying. It's cloying tasting.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, good vocab. It was good vocab, right? Yeah, it was very good. Other prolific stuff you've done. Live album you just released this year as well, correct?
I did. Yep, I made a lot. And, that was easy. And the glory of Fruit Bats and the live album were just like, they already existed. So I don't have to do that. And I actually made a whole new Fruit Bats record, too, that's coming out next year. So
at what time did you make the new Fruit Bats record?
Most of June and July.
Oh, cool. So this is a formed during the madness, sort of peak madness.
Peak madness. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Any preview of what, I don't know, the Cold Past Life was so joyous. Does that carry over in this record, or does the stress of the world bleed into this new album?
No, I mean, I haven't totally formulated the whole idea of this new album. I mean, I made it and everything, so obviously there is an idea, but it's certainly it's more, it's very melancholy, I would say. It's a different, I think it's going to be a little bit of a different, fans will totally like it and everything too, but there's it's a little bit different. So
that's a good pull quote as well.
Yeah. Fans will like it. Yeah.
You said melancholy. Is there any infinite sadness on that record?
There's not infinite, but there's a finite sadness.
Finite sadness. Finite sadness. We could deal with finite sadness.
Yeah, I can handle that.
You can handle that.
Yes.
Now this is so cool. This is Mom's first interview in months. She flew the coop. She went to Turks and Caicos. I told her, stay there. Don't ever come back. Why would you leave Paradise?
I came back.
But this is a first.
But, I thank you for being the first guest.
Yeah.
That's quite an honor.
Yeah, I told Aaron, he was like, I'll just do it myself. And I was like, no, I want a mom interview too.
He held out. Generally, we were talking about an August chat, and he goes, you know what, I'll wait. And I saw her, she'll be back in September. And then I was like, she'll be back in October. He's like, I'll wait. Can I ask your mom's influence on your work? My mom's influence is very direct.
Good question.
Yeah. How is the matriarchal influence? Is that a word? Matriarchal?
Yes.
My mom's awesome. I don't know. She's a great singer. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Yes.
She has her voice sounds like Karen Carpenter.
Oh, wow.
She has mom has like a nice, what they would call alto voice, low, but very powerful singing voice. She was.
So you got your singing voice from your mom and maybe your dad? I don't know.
Dad, maybe not quite as much, but
definitely your mom,
definitely
right?
Mom. Yeah. She's an amazing singer.
Yes.
My mom can hum well.
No, I can't hum.
She can't even hum. We had a game where we I want to circle back real quick, Mom. We were listening to you had a thought about Eric gave us this beautiful performance of Ocean from Gold Pass Life.
Right.
And you had we talked Beatles and all that, but we didn't mention John, but there is at least vocally some sort of John aspect to sort of the high notes that you elongate.
And he's my love, John Lennon. And I went, whoa. I really did have that kind of visceral kind of.
John was your guy. He's the one you like. But he's your Beatle. Yeah. That's I love hearing it because my mom's was Paul McCartney, and my mom was 14 when the Beatles went on Ed Sullivan. So she's like a 14-year-old girl. Like she is the median age of like a screaming Beatles.
Yes, right.
And she's still to this day says. She's in love with Paul McCartney from that day, and she still is. Like she's in love with like current Paul McCartney when she sees him.
Yes.
Yeah, she's still super crushed up. But I like that you're a John person because he's more of a bad boy a little bit. Like he's got a little bit
I guess I like the bad boys.
Like Mom likes, she likes the bad boys,
I don't know. But I found him the most interesting.
Yeah, of course. He's got
well, I think upfront interesting. I think when I saw the George Harrison documentary, it was like, oh wow, the things we didn't know. Oh, but John gave us all the time. Yes. John was sort of the open book.
Yes. Yeah. And their relationship also with Ono and John, that was fascinating.
Yeah, remember the words, I don't believe in Beatles, I just believe in me. Yoko and Mom and me. I
remember the first time hearing that song. That song freaked me out. The first time I heard it, I was so into it. Did you see Above Us Only Sky, which is the Netflix documentary about John and Yoko and the making of Imagine?
Yeah. Have you seen that?
I am sure I have because I love documentaries. So if I see a good documentary, oh, definitely.
We'll make sure that we circle back to it.
Yes.
Right?
It's really good.
You know what comes out next year? Get Back is finally getting a full release. Peter Jackson is editing the Get Back footage from 1969, where they only put it in theaters for like a week, and it's always, it's the sort of, I won't play anything at all, play whatever you want, sort of. And that was the one arguing point. Apparently, there's lots of glorious footage of pleasant times that they just didn't use, and Jackson's gone back through it. So next year, they're actually giving a sort of new take on those sessions.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, Peter Jackson, he did that great World War I documentary.
Oh, you saw that?
That's his whole thing, is like doing these incredible restorations to the Hulu 8 Days a Week Beatles documentary that Ron Howard did too. Of unbelievable. The footage is unbelievable.
I haven't seen that. Have you seen that one?
Yes,
I see. I didn't see that one.
Yes.
The restorations of the footage is incredible, and it just makes you realize how primitive live music was. But this is the biggest band in the world, and it's like the drum set is on this totally janky drum ride. It's just like the most lo-fi operation. They just didn't know how to do it yet. But yeah.
I want to get back to you.
Yeah, sure. I can talk about that. Yeah.
Because that's what you have. You can take out all the tech, and you can deliver. Not a lot of people can do that today.
Pull quote.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why? Because unfortunately, they get too much technology too quickly early in their career, and then they cannot develop.
Yeah, they could be, especially, it's very interesting now. I mean, and technology is very easy to have access to now. So,
yes.
Like, it's neither good nor bad. It's just a new way of kind of, I started in the 90s, which wasn't like, I wasn't just like banging two rocks together, but I did start in, I certainly did start in a one guy and an acoustic guitar kind of thing. So I feel very fortunate that I can, especially in days like this, when you kind of have to, that's all you can be really, at least as far as live stuff goes. It's very easy for me to be like, yeah, I can do a concert.
Yeah, can I ask about that? I mean, what is the future, the current future of live performances for you?
Well, my current future of live performances is based on whatever literally the world's future of live performances is, which is to say, I've no idea. There's no like, I mean, I have meetings with my booking agent and things like that, and he's just, he doesn't know any more than anybody. So they're just kind of making plans with the notion of maybe those plans will go out the window. But so I have a record that comes out early next year, but we're really thinking we'll probably tour on it a little later in the year and just hope it's possible. So, but yeah, that's like, I don't know. And I don't think anybody does right now.
You're holding yourself and other people down with connecting via Patreon.
Yeah.
And you've got some cool perks, which include a sound check meet and greet, which is, for the future. Signed postcards, you give him exclusive music and performances and Q&As. But I also like this. He has a ephemeral care package for the big sponsors. Tell us about your ephemeral care package, because maybe I got to get on board with that.
Yes, I don't know what it is.
I can't say because it's a surprise for those people. So if anybody's watching, but it's a care package of fun stuff that I put together, but it's not like a fruit and cheese basket.
Well, I felt like maybe coming from you, it seems in name only fair.
Yeah, it's true. I could send some. I'm not going to send fruit though. Who knows how long it'll take to get there. It would just be a box of rotting fruit.
Fruit in a baseball bat? You wouldn't just send fruit in a baseball bat? You wouldn't be the type of talk show that does a game about fruit and baseball together to close the interview? You wouldn't be that type of guy, would you?
No, probably not. Yeah, I've heard them all the puns. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we are, and we're going to do it right now. Look, you're a big baseball fan, and we looked, and in the annals of baseball history, there's actually quite a few fruit-named baseball players. aka fruit bats, and we made a few up. We pulled some real ones, and we want to quiz you and see how well you can do picking the real from fake fruit bats.
Okay.
We all know like Daryl Strawberry, right?
Yes.
So they're good food names like Cocoa Crisp. There's even a guy named, I think, Chicken Wings was an old-timey player. But these are all fruit bats. So let's see how well you can do to close out. Eric Johnson, fruit bats. Here's a game called Fruit Bats.
I can't help you on this.
No, she can't, and she hasn't previewed it either. So we'll see what happens. Number one, Peaches Davis.
Real person?
Yeah, that's a fruit bat. That's real. That's a pitcher from the Cincinnati Reds in 1936, as you'll remember, 1939, whose record was 27-33. Peaches Davis is real.
Yeah, that sounds like a real guy.
You like that, Mom, that name?
I like who doesn't like peaches?
Good answer, Mom. That's a pull quote. Now we move to number two, fruit bats.
Yes.
Hank Melon.
I mean, that sounds like it could be a real person, too. Yeah, I'm going to say real.
No, Hank Melon is not real. That's a fake bat. Fake bat on that one.
He's tricky, isn't he? He's tricky.
Me and the entire writing staff it requires to come up with games is stupid. Here we go. Number three on fruit bats. Rick Grapenthin.
Rick Grapenthin.
Rick Grapenthin. I'm sorry, there was an N I
Oh.
missed in Rick Grapenthin.
Rick,
I'm gonna once again say real guy.
Yeah, Rick Grapenthin is real. He's an Expos pitcher from 1983 to 85 with the paltry record of 1-3.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big, I'm a big Cubs fan, and Cubs were in the same division as the X. I remember that name from Cubs playing the Expos.
He'd heard Rick Grapenthin.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
It seems like a baseball card we both would have had, like Rick Honeycutt, I remember.
Yeah.
If he was Rick Honeydew, he'd be in the quiz. Let's go to number 4. Fruit bats, Chet Lemon.
I'm just going to keep saying yes to all of them.
Good answer. Yeah, he played 16 years. He wasn't a lemon.
Oh.
No good. He played for the White Sox and Tigers, and he hit 273 in 16 seasons. It's pretty good, Chet Lemon.
Yes, I think
You're doing pretty good. 3 out of 4. Let's go to number 5, Fruit Bats. Lime O'Leary.
Maybe I'll just say no on that one.
That's a good answer. Yeah, that's not real. Lime O'Leary is totally fake. It's a little bit more fake. You broke the streak of going all real. 4 out of 5, doing quite well. Best score we've ever had in this game that we've never played.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Not at all.
Where have I been?
Here we go. Number 6, Guava Maldonado.
Oh.
No, that's not real.
No, I wish it was, though. That's an extraordinary made-up name.
That is very good.
Guava Maldonado is my...
Guava Maldonado.
If I was like a Hispanic singer, I would want to be Guava Maldonado.
Yeah, I would.
It's Lou Bega, who did Mambo number 5's cousin, is Guava Maldonado.
Yes.
Mambo number 6.
Yes.
Here we go. Rocky Cherry.
Rocky Cherry, that's real, I think.
Yeah. He pitched actually recently. He was a Cubs pitcher for one season in 2007 and then for the Orioles in 2008. That's very good.
Yeah.
And this is an incredible score. This is 6 out of 7. This is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Impressive, right?
It's impressive. Yes.
Here we go. Finally, for Fruit Bats, Danny Sapodilla.
Sapodilla?
Sapodilla.
Is that a translation of a fruit name? Or is that?
Sapodilla is a Mexican fruit. It's kind of a malty when ripe fruit.
Oh.
Danny Sapodilla.
This is the last one, so I'm already crushing it, so I don't have to really.
You don't have anything to prove at this point, right?
Yeah, sure. Danny Sapodilla is real.
No, Danny Sapodilla is fake. No, I had to look up what a sapodilla is. I had no idea.
Yes.
Never seen it.
I don't have no idea.
I would like a malty fruit, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beer fruit is what they should call it.
Yes.
For Eric Johnson, Fruit Bats, well done. Hey, I want to mention one more thing.
Yeah. Very good.
One more thing before we get out of here. I've just totally glazed over the amount of work that over the past decade we've crossed paths on. How many times have you done Pickathon? I've done it 9 in the past 10 years. How many times have you? Because I feel like we've done it together like at least 4 or 5 times.
Now that makes me realize I wish that I have, and I would have to go back and look because I don't know how many times I've done Pickathon in one way or another. I should be chronicling that. I've probably done it at least 7 times or something, maybe. I don't know.
So you're sort of a darling of that wonderful music festival that we missed a lot this year. I'm sure having withdrawals. Didn't you do, how many projects did you do? 3, 4 at that festival last year?
Yeah, I mean, and that's often a lot of my stuff is just I play a lot, and I do a lot of sitting in at things, and that's what that festival's all about too. Is kind of
it's our sort of magic space.
Yeah. I guess the last one I did, because we did Fruit Bats and my other band, Bonnie Light Horseman, as well. So, I don't know how many times I've done it. I'm gonna have to.
We'll have to look. We'll look. We'll annotate. How many times have we done the Yoo-Hoo Kid show together?
I've only done that one time.
One time.
One time.
Gigantic.
But that's fun, right? Really, wasn't that fun?
Totally fun.
The show is incredible. It's my absolute favorite thing to do.
Do you have any children?
No kids.
Well, that's how you can write all that wonderful music. Believe me, I love children, but it does take you out of your creative zone every once in a while.
Well, like for John for 5 years, then you come back and watch the wheels go round and round.
Yes, that's right. Well, good segue there.
Well, thanks, Mom.
Right.
Pickathon's lineup party. How many times have we done that together? Twice?
Yeah.
I think twice.
We did it in 2019 where we had a fake, we called it Pickathon Idol, and we had 2 ding-dongs come on with you that the audience thought were real, that sang covers of like Scissor Sisters and the Foo Fighters. And I pitched you this bit right before. I said, hey, could you just sing something, you'll close it, and everyone will clearly vote for you. And the idea was whoever will get the most applause actually performs at the festival.
We're gonna take your mama out all night, yeah, we'll show her what it's all about. We'll get her jacked up on some cheap champagne, we'll let the good times all roll out. And if the music ain't good, well, it's just too bad. We're gonna sing along no matter what, because the dancers don't mind at the New Orleans if you tip them and you make a cut.
All right, Andy from Seattle.
Is someone gonna give you the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone gonna give you the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
What will you be singing for the good people at Rev Hall?
This is an original song of mine called Baby Bluebird.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear for Eric doing Baby Bluebird.
If you'd given me most of you, I'd have handed over all of me. But it's in the rear view. You're my baby, baby bluebird.
It's time for you, the audience, to vote for who is going to play at this year's Pickathon Music Festival. Was it contestant number 1, Andy from Seattle? Wow. You could take their mamas out all night. Was it Robert from Chippewa Falls? Well, a lot of people really think that you're the best. All right. What a nut job. And then finally, would you like to see Eric from Chicago at this year's Pickathon Music Festival? And no one knew you were even performing at this event at all. And here's the insane thing. The other guys that sang the atrocious covers, like you leaned over to me. And I think the guy who did like the Foo Fighters got so much applause. Eric leans and he goes, "Are you sure I'm not going to lose to this guy?"
It's true because I mean, you know, it was something what they did.
It was unbridled enthusiasm, pull quote. But that was so much fun. You've always been so much fun to get to riff with, and we are so thrilled that we get to hang out with you today.
A lot of fun.
And have that performance, man.
And you're a good sport to do that. What Aaron has you do.
Oh,
because he's a kind of a crazy guy.
Yeah.
You got to watch him, right?
A wild and crazy guy.
He is. He can get really, kind of sweep everybody up, right?
Sweep it up in silliness. That's not so bad. We need to be swept up in silliness, right?
Yes.
We need it right now for sure.
Good Lord, yes.
Good Lord, yes. Good Lord, we need to be swept up in the silliness. Thank you again.
Thank you so
be well
much.
down there in Los Angeles. I can't wait to see you again at one of the many events that we get to do.
Yes.
And keep inspiring with your music. And we just really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Good seeing you. Okay.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye, Eric.
Good night.